open the organizational meeting at 6. The first thing on the agenda is to elect a chairman. So I need a motion and a second.
Make a motion to Rebecca as chairman.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? I'm not ready to do so.
Are you abstaining? Rebecca?
Yes. All right. Next, elect vice chairman. I need a motion and a second.
Let's be vice chair.
I'll make a motion that Wes do the vice chair.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Vote for myself, too.
All right, so next we need to vote on a date and time of planning board meetings. It is the second and fourth Wednesdays of the month. Still okay with everybody?
Works fine for me.
All right, so no change there. We don't need to vote. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock.
Yep.
Unless you guys want to do sooner, 5 o'clock?
It's my first day. Let's do it during the day. Because none of us are busy.
All right, moving on. Rules of procedure for planning board meetings.
So I'm gonna explain this a little bit. Previously, we had adopted the Robert's Rules of Order. But in our last planning board training, Rebecca and I both caught that we are not supposed to be using Robert's Rules of Order. So I was looking at drafting something up this week. But I thought it would be better if you guys specifically asked me to draft something up using the samples that's in the MMA manual that's in your binder. They have a sample in there with bylaws and conduct for public hearings. It's pretty straightforward, just need to plug in the stuff that's relevant to Rangeley, like the dates that we have within our code. So I just need a motion there to give me authority to make that draft.
I make a motion to give you authority to make a draft for the bylaws or how to conduct a. It's really just public hearing.
Comment, public hearing. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Unanimous. All right, so next, number 6 is the town policies and trainings. I am not going to go over every single one of these. Code of ethics, harassment, sexual harassment policy, media policy, remote participation policy, and planning board training. You guys,
Yeah, there's a sign sheet for all 4 in your packet. I just need the last page with your signature and all that stuff on it for each of those. If you do it now, you can do it after the meeting, you can get it to me tomorrow, whatever you wanna do. I just need those from everyone at some point.
all right, wait a second, let's go back. What's the planning board training?
Planning
Oh.
board training,
I know
so
what that is.
we have 2 members here that have not taken planning board training. There's one available in August in person, but it's in South Portland at 4:30 to 8:30, which seems extreme to me. They are offering a Zoom training in December. So we're good to wait until December to do the Zoom training, and that's Noel and Lee that will need that
And we could do it Zoom in September,
December.
December.
Yeah.
You guys feel like you need that training
They-
and drive to Portland prior? To December?
Whatever you want to do.
I don't need
An excuse to go to Poland I don't need, but
it. So let's look at December and doing it via Zoom. What time is it in December? What day and time?
I don't know, I'll get the exact details. I looked it up the other day and forgot to actually put it down.
What's the date and time in September?
December,
And what's in South Portland?
that's in August. It starts at 4:30 and ends at 8:30.
What is it, like a Friday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday?
I think it's the middle of the week. I think it's like a Tuesday or Thursday.
Bailey, did you give me one of those?
Oh, yours are in your binder in the back policy section. Sorry.
Okay, and you just need that filled out and.
Yeah, so the last page of the 4 that are on the agenda, they all have a sign page saying that you read them, acknowledge them. I just need all those signed and got back to me.
Anybody else need a plan?
So this whole list here.
Yeah, so there's, yours is all in different tabs, but all the different tabs under the policy section, each of those have one.
Awesome.
All right, so get those obviously, you don't need to sign it tonight because you're supposed to be reading over the policies. But get the signature page signed and back to Bailey. Please, all right. I make a motion to adjourn the organizational meeting at 6:04. Get a second? Any discussion? All those in favor? I make a motion to open the regularly scheduled meeting at 6:04.
Second.
Oh, sorry.
We normally have,
Do we?
I don't think so, I think we just did
No,
sign.
just open up the top.
All right,
Just
so we open with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So we have a quorum. Is there any adjustments to the agenda? Nope. No public. Review minutes from June 22nd, 2022. Motion to accept.
Can you do a motion?
Wes made a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Any correspondence?
I just have, I gave you all a table, a new table of contents for your planning board reference materials, the binder that you should have. If you're missing any of those things, Lee, you should be all set, I just made yours today. If you're missing any of those things, let me know and I'll get them for you.
So my guess is yours was just made up. Wasn't it?
You have 2 months.
His was a copy of yours.
Okay, so I was missing I was missing a lot. The only thing I had was subdivision review and chapter 38.
All right, so whenever, I mean, if each of you just want to shoot me an email with what you're missing and I'll get it together for you.
You're okay with that?
And if you want new dividers for your binders or something, if it's a mess, I'll fix it. I'll be a nice person to fix it for you.
Love that.
New business, chapter 38. So you have all been given a copy of the chapter 38 changes. In red is language that the select board recommended be removed. In green is the changes that the select board have recommended. Blue is the recommended changes by the attorney. Obviously, if it's blue with the white, I would take it out. So I asked that before we schedule the workshop, that you guys really look through this, especially those who were a part of the changes.
I just want to make a couple, like, major points to look at. Mobile homes was, Board of Selectmen wanted to remove mobile home parks. And not allow them anywhere, allow mobile homes only in the woodland zone, which is what we have right now. In talking to the town attorney, you have to allow mobile homes in more than one district and mobile home parks in at least one district. So as a board in the workshop, we need to talk about other options using the comprehensive plan. And if you want a copy of the comprehensive plan, you don't want to look it up online, I can get you a copy of that. So we can see what district it would fit in.
Okay, speaking of comprehensive plan, we need to get a copy of all the things that the planning board should be looking at.
I can do that.
I know I separated it out at work, I was asked to do that. I don't remember if I gave it to you.
I think I have it. So what I'll do is I'll print everyone a copy of that list and a copy of the comprehensive plan, and we can just add it as a new section of the binders.
Perfect. Thank you. Anything else that was,
Besides mobile homes.
I know we went back and forth a lot about and I can, let me just look at this one. There's some legal language that just needed to be adjusted. The land use table, the daycare center, event center came up, but the town attorney backed up what we had originally said. So that's a, and the board has seen the town attorney note, so this copy with the notes from the town attorney is what they said was good. There's one other issue that I noticed actually after the board looked at it, when we had changed the minimum lot size for multifamily dwellings. And the one in residential and woodland districts are like put together in there. And you'll see it's all redlined in here when you're looking through it. The minimum, that is less than the minimum size of woodland district in general. So we need to figure out, we need to approach that, either we change the woodland minimum size or we change the multifamily minimum size in woodland, so that they match at least.
And you'll put that in to be discussed, you'll have that in your notes to be discussed.
Yeah, I have notes here to be discussed in the, and then, there was also downtown commercial, something in downtown commercial, I just don't remember where it is.
Haley, do you have another copy of that that's marked out?
Yours should be right in the front of your binder, I put all the draft ordinance stuff right in the front for you. Downtown, that's what it was, in the multifamily thing still, downtown commercial is not included in any of those. I think it would fit best with village and commercial, just add downtown commercial to that, but again, something we need to talk about. Because we've come across a few issues with downtown commercial being excluded from stuff and creating problems elsewhere.
And let me just say that the board of selectmen can make suggestions for changes, but if we don't feel like that is something that is appropriate for chapter 38, we do not have to go along with it. But everything I've seen so far seems,
Seems fair.
Seems fair,
They're pretty
absolutely.
reasonable. The big thing that Noel noted earlier, big red lines is taking out the signs.
which we
We
really
are
have to look
not-
over. We were.
Right, so that's taking out the stuff that was put in for signs that's new. They just wanted to revert back to what's currently in chapter 38. Because signs needs to be looked at more in depth, there's some discrepancies versus this proposed version that was done before I took over the project. So I don't know where all the information came from, but there's issues with it versus what the state has for signs, and there's a lot of stuff that needs to be looked at again with that, so we're just taking it out completely to be reapproached at a later date.
So all the red for those who actually, just for those who have looked at it before, is that all the stuff that the prior code enforcement officer came up with? That
For
was
signs.
for signs, that was added in for the review,
Okay.
all right?
Right, and I guess we should also note to Noel and Lee that, I think, Jerry, you were here for part of this when it got sent to the Board of Selectmen, I think. But the black, the notes are on the final version that planning board sent to the Board of Selectmen. So what you see in black isn't what's currently in code necessarily, that's what planning board approved, we wanted to have on the warrant originally, and then this is Board of Selectmen marking that.
Okay.
Alright, so with that all being said, we need to schedule a public workshop, which I think we could schedule at 6 P.M. right before the meeting.
Yeah, we have the option to do it earlier, usually ordinance committee has the 5 o'clock slot in here on the same day, but they're not meeting this month, so if we wanna do it earlier, we can. Next meeting is July 27th.
Oh, that's the wrong calendar.
We still don't have a new calendar yet.
July 27th. So do you guys want to do a workshop at? Is everybody okay with 5 o'clock? I know you guys are all.
I expected the workshop to be close to an hour, if not more than an hour.
Does it have to be a workshop? Could it be a part of the agenda?
I think labeling it a workshop so that we have to post it would be better.
Someone said it might not be here.
More important.
Out of town, but I don't know if that's there or not.
27th work for everybody else. I mean, we just
Yeah.
made it for.
5 PM.
I mean, we can, if we wanna make sure we have a full board, we can do it on a different day, as long as I have enough time to post it.
I like the 27th. This is already scheduled, right?
All right, let's do 27th. All right, I make a motion to do a public workshop on chapter 38. July 27th at 5 PM. Any discussion? All those in favor? You in favor? No? Let us know if you can't be here,
Yeah,
that way we
we'll
can
find out.
contact one of the alternates.
Somewhere in there.
So next meeting, July 27th, 2022 at 6 PM.
Can we change that to immediately to follow public workshop in case it goes long?
Absolutely. So you need a motion for that?
Yes, please.
Make a motion that the regularly scheduled meeting for July 27th immediately follow the public. Should I say that right?
Yes.
I'm second.
You said it.
Sounded good.
Sound like good. Do I have a second?
We did second.
You did second it?
Yeah.
Any discussion? All those in favor? I need a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Make a motion that we adjourn the meeting.
Second,
Second.
any discussion? All those in favor? Oh, I'm quick.